Video games are the largest and most profitable entertainment medium in the world, valuing at $150 billion annually. Sourced from Gaming Industry Dominates as the highest grossing entertainment industry, published November 1st, 2023. But not all video games are created with equal intentions. There are hundreds of genres to choose from, thousands of publishers, studios, and even many different places and manners of playing such video games. With such a large medium in the hands of people all across the world, the idea that people will mimic what they play in their video games in real life has only grown stronger throughout the existence of video games. This logic can be applied to all aspects of gaming, but the clear controversy lies within the content from violent video games, where oftentimes killing is the main focus of the game. This then poses the question, are video games making us violent? Or, as the largest continuous growing medium in the world, will they save the world and make a significant impact on the lives of its players? Before we begin, let's first clarify an important confusion that many people have with this topic, aggression versus violence. Violence often refers to physical acts that have the potential to hurt someone or something, whereas aggression is a broader term that refers to more hostile thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. Research conducted on younger audiences of video games found that playing M-rated games are more likely to lead to aggression rather than violence. And while aggression does occur, as 39% of middle school boys that play these games confess to having aggressive thoughts, only about 14% of them confess to having violent thoughts. Now I would like to go over some common arguments that people make while debating whether or not violence is a result of playing violent video games. I made this chart to demonstrate. One explains, there is continuous violent video gameplay linked with increased aggressive behavior. However, to refute this, on June 8, 2021, Professor Andrew Shabilsky wrote in Pro and Con quotes, "Do violent video games contribute to youth violence?" Quote, "By blaming video games for violence, we reduce the value of political discourse on the topic, because we're looking for easy answers instead of facing hard truths." Another argument against video games claims that games have become so realistic they have enhanced the learning of such violent behaviors. However, in 2014, Patrick M. Markey wrote in Violent Video Games and Real-World Violence, Rhetoric versus Data, quote, 90% of young males play video games. Finding that a young man who committed a violent crime also played a popular video game, such as Call of Duty, Halo, or Grand Theft Auto, is as pointless as pointing out that the criminal also wore socks. Will video games actually help or even save the world? This is a question that I like to ask after considering that video games do not cause violence because I believe that they can do way better for society than bad. From 2006 to 2019, juvenile crime dropped by 50% and video game production and sales had increased almost 200% at the same time, showing that even though the medium is continually growing, crime rate is actually dropping. A study published in Computers and Human Behavior discovered that youths exposed to violent video games, especially action games, actually display more pro-social behavior and civic engagement due to the teamwork and coordination required by the games. Even violent games, such as Call of Duty, often require players to team up and win. And in this digital age, it can really help build teamwork and friendship skills that translate directly to real life. Decreasing crime and increasing teamwork skills are only half of the good.